chicken with apples and pears and cheesy potatoes. We're actually going to start with the side dish, which I've got going down here. I take one large russet potato or 2 Yukon Gold potatoes per person. When the potatoes are just tender, I drain them and put them in a food mill and put the food mill right on top of the still warm pot that you cooked them in, so they'll dry out a little bit. Now, if you don't have a food mill, all you gotta do is put a strainer over the pot and just kind of mush it through with a spatula. It does the same thing. Now, what's great about these potatoes, they're cheesy potatoes because they have soft cheese running all through them. I'm going to use my husband's favorite cheese, Taleggio, an Italian cheese, but it's just a soft cheese with a soft rind. You can also use a really ripe, runny, delicious brie or a camembert. For 2.5 pounds or so of potatoes, I use 8 ounces of diced soft cheese. Mix this together. And we'll come back and stir it once it heats back through in the bain-marie too. A little white pepper goes in this, and a little nutmeg. And then we bring it all together with a little hot milk and butter. Oh, God, these smell so good. We stir all of this together, and you can hold it for hours and hours and hours. Here's our taters, and they're gonna stay perfect there, and we'll move it on down the line. So we're going to add to about a cup of AP flour, 1/3 to 1/2 a palmful each, a little bit of sage, and thyme, and onion. Mix that all together, dredge the chicken, and put it in the pan and get her going. Now these guys will brown in about 7 or 8 minutes, and you want them just shy of cooked through. The boneless, skinless chicken thighs. If I was making it for my mom and my sister, it would be chicken breasts. We dredged that and browned it. And then in the drippings, I've added a couple tablespoons, 3 pats of butter, enough to coat the bottom again. And we're going to add a couple of pears. I have 3 apples and 2 pears here. But I picked them a little underripe, so I add the tiniest bit of sugar when I get these guys in the skillet. And this is a savory topping, but I like that little sprinkle, unless they're super ripe pears or super sweet apples. A little sprinkle, just a little sprinkle helps. Here's our fresh thyme, a couple tablespoons. A little salt, over the shoulder for luck. Tiny pinch of pepper. So a little nutmeg goes in, and then the fun part, we're going to add, so I'm going to slide this off the flame for a second because we're going to add some spirits to the pan. You don't want a flame up to go inside the bottle, so that's why I suggest you just slide it off to the side. We're adding apple brandy to the dish, a fat splash, like a couple shots. So then we need to put it back onto the flame so that we can start to cook off that alcohol. I added a little bit of chicken stock to our apple brandy apples and pears. And I hit them with a little lemon juice when I slice them. And at this point, when it's tender crisp, not 100%, you don't want to turn this into apple pear sauce, right? We're going to just slide the chicken back in just to let it heat through a bit. It's been sitting on the tray for a spell while we sauteed our apples and pears. So we'll just pop that back in. Our bain-marie has kept our potatoes nice and hot, and they just slide, and they're ooey and gooey. I mean, these are ridiculous. And then tons of minced chives down over the top. Just fogged up my glasses, so I hope I hit the tray. Delightful!